Live from Philadelphia, it's Single on a Saturday Night.
Single on a Saturday Night. A TV show that features intriguing conversations about music, cooking, celebrities, and more.
Listen, you can be married, you can be in a relationship, situationship. This show is just about relationships and everything that's going on in this world. So don't be afraid of the word single. It's still good. You know what I'm saying?
Here we are with Single on Saturday Night down at Miller's Ale House, Philadelphia. I'm here with the topic today. Patrice, you know the topic? You know the topic today?
Shelly did not tell me the topic.
Guess what
You want to stop? Oh,
Guess
y'all
what the topic is today?
Y'all playing.
It is character versus personality. And guess who's going to help us give us some information on that? My main man, Tim Witherspoon Jr. But first of all,
Timmy.
I am hosting today. I am Mr. Goodnight, your college professor. And I'm going to pass it down to my crew, starting with my brother on the end and work it down.
We're going to work it down. This your big homie TC Kobo, BKA Stormy Weathers. I am single, a father of princesses. I'm single. And pretty much the all-around Renaissance man. If I can't do it, baby, it probably can't be done.
All right. Guess you heard that, he's single.
My name is Catrice. I am a mother of 3. I am single as well. I'm also a model, educator, and investor.
Ooh,
Okay. I thought we had a whole thought. But anyway, my name is Shelly Shell Williams, Philly's Oprah. I am IRS single, and that's how we're going to go. I have no
IRS.
children. I, the R, and the S single. You know what that means? That means you're just not married. Anyway, so I have no children, but I take all y'all children. I have, I help them out. I give them little TV things to do. You know what I mean? That's what I'm going to do. I thank you for letting me your womb. Thank you for letting me your womb so I don't have to do that, okay? All right, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I am your one and only Chatty Hattie, and I do not have any children, and I'm definitely single, and I'm just a woman of many talents. So you can put that all in one nutshell.
But she also has a book that she didn't just tell you about. Go on, tell me about that book right there. Oh, okay.
I said a woman with many talents, so you just got to tap in. Like, you just never know what you're going to get.
That sounds like a Renaissance lady.
Happiness is keto.
Tim lost his thought that quick. Talk to us, Tim.
Well, this is awkward. I'm Tim Witherspoon Jr. I guess I'm here because I'm a former professional fighter, owner of Witherspoon Boxing and Fitness now. I have 4 children, and I am not single.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, brother.
I'm here to help everybody out.
Ain't nothing wrong with what you just said, shit.
And figure out how, you guys could be like me, I guess. You know what I mean?
There you go. Aspirations.
All right. So, Tim, being a boxer, it comes with a certain personality, certain character. Is there a separation from who you are in the ring and who you are as a man outside the ring?
That's a really good question. I usually tell people that, being a fighter is probably the easier part than being a family member or a wife of a fighter, because when you have to sacrifice, everybody around you has to sacrifice. That means me personally being in the same house, having to sleep in a different room, me having to concentrate on fighting another human being.
But wait. Why are you sleeping in another room? Because
Gotta
people
keep
don't
the strength
know.
up. Gotta keep the strength up.
People don't know about boxing and how when you're getting ready to train. I know because I'm a boxer. I just want y'all to know.
Retention.
Yeah, well, it's like
Gotta keep your legs strong.
It's a couple of different reasons, you know what I mean?
Let's go there. On here, we tell it straight out. The brothers here, tell it straight out. The brothers here, tell it straight up. Trust me, I used to box, so I know exactly where you're going, man. Just give it to them, bro.
It's like you got to keep your testosterone. You know what I mean? You can't release that and waste it on that.
It's not wasted.
No.
Not wasted.
No, he said the right word.
No.
He said the right word.
Because if you do everything right and you win the fight and you save
There we go.
That victory dance.
after the fight,
That victory dance.
Like a
Come on, brothers, clap it up. The victory dance.
You want to
He got 4.
Why you got 4?
Got 4.
TK
He quit just in time.
But
He went to business just in time.
that's it, man. You know, you gotta, and the other part of it is, you're going to fight another human being. You cannot be hugged up with your wife, soft, you know, lovey-dovey.
You gotta be like DMX.
my dog. Yeah, exactly. You gotta be hardcore. You know, you going to war like a soldier. You know, that's why everybody trains away from their family. That's why soldiers go to boot camps, so they can be focused on that. So being a wife or a girlfriend of a fighter is probably really rough, especially if you're just getting into that situation. If it was something where you guys were together the person's whole career, then you probably grew and you guys got to understand him. But if you just a woman that just met a fighter and you think that your life is going to be the same, it's not going to happen. Because when that fighter lose, that mean that you getting blamed. Right away.
You made me all soft. You made me like, yo, I was feeling you, and I should have been like, yo, that's you gonna blame me? You can't blame nobody.
No, not so. The companionship, you guys understand what you guys were doing, what you're supposed to be doing, what you're not supposed to be doing. But you got people that buy tickets to come watch you fight. You got people that's your trainers. You got managers, promoters. All of them are going to be like trying to find a scapegoat if you don't perform right. Ooh. And who's the easiest scapegoat?
The person that you
closest
love,
to you.
the closest person.
So how do you get into character? Like your trainers can get you prepared. You're going through all the drill and practice, but now there's a mental part of it. Yeah. How do you get into that mental part of frame or that character? That's that beast or that animal that's about to come and fight someone else.
Well, to be a fighter, first of all, you got to be hungry. Nobody that has everything that they need is going to fight another human being. It's not going to happen. If you got silk sheets at home, if you got all the food you need in your stomach, there's no reason to fight. You're going to go and find another opportunity. So most fighters are people that are looking for opportunity. They're people that don't have a lot from home. I'm a different situation where my father was a professional fighter, so it's the family business. And I do have some things that made me a little bit hungrier than other people around me. But it's easy to turn that beast on when you're trying to feed yourself through this means, you know. Other people's inner beast might be calculating numbers or, you know, cleaning offices. But when you're a fighter, your inner beast comes out because if you don't win, then you don't advance. You don't get to feed your family. You don't get to do those kind of things.
Then what's the personality? What's Dad? Tim Witherspoon Jr., the dad. Who was he compared to the fighter? How was he?
Well, so that's a hard. It's like a generational thing, you know. My dad was a fighter, so, you know, I grew up with him having to travel, having to be here and there, and my way to get towards my dad was to do the same thing he was doing. Mm-hmm. I don't want my kids to fight, really, you know. I don't want them to do that, and they don't have to because I own businesses and stuff, so they don't really have to do that. Like I said before, you got to be hungry to want to do this. I'm really the person that's trying to make my kids better than me as far as educational-wise. Hopefully, they'll be the first doctor or somebody in my family. So my main objective for me as a father is to just wake up every day, show them by example what I do, and hopefully make better kids, you know, than I was. You know, it's hard. You know, I was a good kid, but but that's what I do.
So Tim, I know as many people doing things in a professional manner, they have to have like a positive mindset. So what gets you to like that positive mindset, and what is like one of the songs or some music that you actually listen to before you get into the ring?
All right. The song part. No, because that's funny that you say that, because when you're training, it's not just the fight. You have 8 weeks to prepare for a fight. So when I'm in that mindset, it's like everything that I listen to has to be a song that I could potentially walk out into the ring that gets me hype. So when I'm going out for that jog, I'm turning on DMX. You know, I'm turning on the most current song that is fresh, that makes me hype. That's the kind of music that I listen to. What was your first question?
Your mindset. So basically, what type of you have to have a positive mindset.
Yeah. You know, I think the positive part is not really something that you think about when you're going to war. If you go to war, you gotta already know that you're gonna win. All right, you're not gonna go to war with doubt in your mind. You have to believe in yourself with anything that you do. You know, I have thought of things in my head and it has come to fruition. You know, so once you conquer that part, knowing that you can actually believe in yourself to the point that it comes true, then that's all you need. You know, and that's what fighters do. And you see these guys out there, Floyd Mayweather or Muhammad Ali, even, and you're saying, oh, these guys are cocky guys. They're talking. No, they have self-belief. They really, and you have to. If you don't believe that you're going to beat that person, you already lost.
Right. Okay.
Man,
So before we go to the next question, we're going to go on to a break, and we are here at Miller Ale House, Sing on a Saturday Night, and we'll be right back.
Hey everybody, it's your girl, Shelly Shell Williams, producer of Single on a Saturday Night. Thank you so much for watching right here on Philly Cam. If you are single on a Saturday, Sunday, or single every night, text Word on the Street to 22828 for your chance to win our official Single on Every Night t-shirt. So text Word on the Street to 22828 for your chance to win a free Single on Every Night t-shirt. And you keep watching Single on a Saturday Night right here on Philly Cam. Welcome back to Single on a Saturday Night right here at Miller's Ale House. We're talking to Tim Witherspoon Jr. He breaking down the boxing and why he got to sleep in one room, his wife got to sleep in another room, why he got 4 kids. We talking about all that. But somebody in the audience, a.k.a. Two Faces in the audience, he got a question. You ready? Are
Yes,
you
ma'am.
ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's go.
Yes, so first of all, I want to say you're an inspiration because, you know, fighters, you can die in the ring. So first and foremost, that's you got heart. You know what I mean? I couldn't do it. My first question is, after a loss, how do you cope with your family? Like, what is your go-to? Like, do you know what I mean? And my second question is just, who's your favorite fighter?
Right. All right. So that's the crazy part. Like, you win with your family, you lose with your family. So, you know, when the phone don't ring because you lost a fight, or when, you know, people aren't DMing you like they were before the fight, who's going to be there for you? The people that were there for you before you did all that, you know what I mean? So your family is probably the most important part of the team getting you there. And your trainers and your managers, hopefully they become part of your team too. But if you don't take care of the family, and that's really where you should be focused, because that's where you're bringing the paycheck back to. You know, that's where the money's coming back to. So for the most part, sometimes the money comes all over the place.
You mean them bills? Them bills that come
Them
every
bills,
them
yeah,
bills
you know.
don't go nowhere.
So for me, you know, for my girl, I used to fight. I used to be done. I'm not worried about it. It's a nice size check. Put it right in her purse, you know. But but listen, people not seeing. Before I got to that nice check,
She was struggling.
me coming home, her having the meal that I needed prepared. Before I even was fighting for money, her waking me up to go run. You know, people don't see that investment. So when it came time for me to win the fight, boom. You know, you earned it. You know,
I want that to be a lesson to people out there, right? Anybody out there.
And the
listen.
second question was about.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna let him
fight.
answer. Let me finish. I gotta do this. Got teaching thing right there. Anyway, anybody out there, teaching thing. Understand. Some people say, "Wait a minute, I don't want to struggle." I heard women say this a lot. I don't want to struggle with the man. I don't want to. We building together. But then they like when the man leave. Once they get on, they leave. One thing he did not do. He said, "Listen, she struggled with me. Now I didn't leave." So that's how it's supposed to go. Just in case you didn't know, I just want you to know out there that once you struggle together, when you come up, you stay. You don't leave. You don't go get that. I ain't gonna go there. Go ahead.
A Shelly Shell moment. A Shelly Shell moment.
Go
That's
ahead.
it. And I have two favorite fighters. All right.
Other than your dad. Other than your dad, though. Other than
People ask me, my dad is a really good fighter. I believed when he was coming up, he would have been the first person to beat Mike Tyson. I really believe that. But he's also my dad, so I'd be in the house, he'd be passing gas and doing, doing stuff. As great as he is, you know what I mean? I know my dad, but outside of idolizing him, my favorite fighter, I have to do it with two people. Floyd Mayweather, for his ability inside the ring, his ring generalship, the way that he can break down a fighter and persevere, and he's really dedicated. No matter what you think about him outside the ring, he takes his craft serious. But outside the ring, I wouldn't want my children to behave like he behaves. So my second favorite fighter is Muhammad Ali. I don't think that he's as good as Floyd Mayweather. when it comes to ring generalship, because I've seen my idol get knocked down, I've seen him lose, I've seen him get back up and win. But the reason why I think he's one of the greatest is because of things that he's done outside the ring, how he uplifted a whole community of African Americans at a time where we were being marginalized. He's a guy who went and won a gold medal for America, came home. And I like to tell people, because in my gym, it's a predominantly white area. I have a lot of white people
it's
that
far.
come into.
I would love to box with you, but I'd be like, yo, that was far. This is for me.
Sometimes this conversation happens, and people don't realize that Muhammad Ali was someone who won the gold medal and came home and wasn't able to sit at the same table as other people. And I, as a kid, I have a picture in my gym. With me and Muhammad Ali. Me as a baby, him holding me. That's how close we are to that generation, where I have a picture with someone who won the gold medal for our country and couldn't come home and sit at the same table as other people. So for someone to be that strong, have two or a certain amount of years of your career taken away from you because of what you believed in, and to come back and be as good as you are, that is why Muhammad Ali is the second one of my favorites.
Yeah, get it. All right.
Another question I wanted to ask you was, can a fighter truly be friends with somebody they're fighting in their own weight class? Like, can you really be friends? Like, see guys hugging, talking, smiling, doing a bunch of stuff. Can you truly be a friend to somebody in your same weight class that you fought or have to fight?
Yeah, can LeBron James be friends with, Chris Paul? Or can Pete Sampras be friends with Roger Federer? We are competitors. It's a sport. I don't have any animosity towards any human being. They're just my way of eating. I have to score points against you. I have to be, and some of that points might be injuring you or knocking you out. I want an opponent to go home to their family, be able to give their check to their wife just as much as I want to, but we're in a dangerous sport, But the same thing happens in football, they're taking shots all day, but at the end of the day, we're all professionals, we're all athletes, and that's really, I think that people do have animosity, not me, but other fighters do have animosity towards each other. But we're all getting paid stupid money to fight each other. It don't make no sense to really hate that person.
So what's stupid money? I'm sorry, and then we're gonna go to. I just want to know what stupid money is. I'm not gonna sit here and
I'm retired.
You retired,
I'm not
but
making any money off of it.
Give me a roundabout from before from somebody else. You ain't gotta tell your money. What's stupid money?
No, I mean, let's just say Floyd Mayweather making $300 million. That's a lot of money for.
All right, so that's Floyd Mayweather. What's on the
or somebody in Philadelphia
Give me that.
might make 10 grand, on a night. That's
good money.
That's good money.
I like to make 10 grand on a night. I would like to do that. I kind of listen. Who you want me to fight? Who you want me to? No, I'm just kidding.
But and then that's on a lower level. If they're fighting out of Philadelphia, and they're main eventing, the Wells Fargo Center or whatever like that. It could be 50 grand and up or whatever. You never know. But that it's a sport. We don't really hate each other.
I feel you. We gotta get into character versus
Yeah.
you ready?
Mr. Witherspoon.
Tim. My name's Tim.
Mr. Witherspoon.
Yeah, my name's Tim.
She started off calling him Timmy, and now it's Mr. Witherspoon. Listen, she been here at Miller's Ale House, and I feel like that lemon drop was dropped.
You gonna drop that online? But my question, you seem like a very peaceful, reserved individual. Now, what is that one thing that actually gets you to tick, to change your character, to change your personality? What is that one thing that gets you out of character?
It's crazy because you can't get me out of my character.
Ooh.
You can't. I take people for who they are, and I act accordingly. If you are someone who I know will be my friend in my face and talk about me behind my back, I treat you as such. You won't know anything about me, you know what I mean? So that's how I keep my peace. If you know how a person is, if I go in the boxing, I know that boxing is a crazy, crooked business already, then I protect myself, as much as I can, and I don't let it affect me. You have to have boundaries in this world. If you don't have boundaries with your friends, your spouse even, you have to have, an understanding with each other.
You kind of went where I was going to go, bro.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that time during your relationship where you got that ultimatum and you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, plenty of times. Plenty of times. I have fought all over the world. I've been all over this country. I've fought 3 times in the UK. And just being a fighter, period, that temptation is there. And I'm not going to say that I've been a saint my whole life or anything like that. But it's up to us as men and us as women to be mature enough. And if you're not mature enough now, hopefully eventually you will be, to take somebody else's feelings into consideration.
You can say that louder.
To take somebody else's feelings into consideration. It's easy to be selfish. It's easy to be selfish in this world, and for each individual, it's probably different on how they get to that point of finally realizing that other people matter more than themselves. So I'm not going to sit here and preach and say, you guys got to be this way right now. I know this is a learning curve for everybody, and everybody has their own life, their own situation.
But isn't that character, though? Isn't that character versus personality? But if you say, if we already come to the table with character, our character says we have integrity, our character says we're going to be honest, that's character. That's not learning. You learn your character from the beginning. So you either going to be like that in the beginning or not. That is your character.
I don't believe that that's 100%
that's
true.
your character.
I don't believe.
I don't know if that's
Wait,
true.
Character, integrity,
Shelley.
you don't walk around with integrity.
There's Shelly, and then there's Shelly Shell. What's the difference?
Right, exactly. That's a
What's the
great
difference?
say.
Explain your character, personality to us. All these years you've been on TV. Now it's your turn. I want to know about character and personality.
Excuse me? There's no character. I'm Shelly Shell Williams all the time. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. That's just the name. It was the name is this Shelly Williams because if I do Shelly Williams, it's $1 million. Go Google, right? You'll see Shelly Williams. I'm telling you this is a real reason. I'm a marketing person. So Shelly Shell Williams because when you Google me, it's going to be me that come up, not the millions of Shelly Williams in the world. It wasn't a character versus that. I promise you, I'm a marketing. That's all it is. And I implore anybody who's an artist or anything like that, understand what you're going to be when you Google. It's going to be $1 million of you coming up. I am Shelly Shell Williams. Why? Because I want you to find only me on Google. Google me.
Did you know that?
I dare you to Google me. That's it. That's it.
Kelly Rollins, she's married to Tim Witherspoon.
Yeah.
From Destiny's Child.
That's true.
Her husband's name's Tim Witherspoon.
It's
So
true.
I be getting people every day like, yo, you married to her? I'm like,
Right?
nah, bro.
Is that why you made sure we say junior?
Yeah, you got and for tax purposes too.
And the show, I ain't mad at you. We at the end of the show, so I want to make sure they know WS Boxing. That's your Instagram, but make sure they know how to get you if they want to train with you, which is amazing. So drop that a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Probably the best way to get to us is you can email me at witherspoonboxing.com. There's a link there. But we're on Instagram, like you said, WS_boxing, Facebook, everywhere, Snapchat. I got a podcast myself, Young Black Suburban. We doing pretty big things. I'm going to be interviewing, Dupree Kelly from Lords of the Underground. January 6th, he just became a council member up in Newark, so he's actually let me come to his chambers and interview him. This is crazy. I got a nonprofit, Witherspoon Community Initiative, where we're trying to help underprivileged kids get tutoring and all that. So just Google Tim Witherspoon Jr. Everything will pop up.
Boom, there you go. Tim
Congratulations
Witherspoon
on everything, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So this is it. Thank you for joining us. We're going to have one last fashion show for today, our ending of December 2022. This is our last
show for
Philly
2022.
Model Guild. This is our last. They're going to do their last walk for 2022. Are y'all ready? Hey, let's go. So we got the fashion coming up. Hey.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Shelley, and her panel for having us here this afternoon. And we are ready to go with Holly. Let me see what I got. Fashions for the holiday. And they are ready. They are the Philly Model Guild.
Hey,
We have Miss Classic World. This is Sarmenia.
Yes!
I'm in the holiday season right now. It's the holiday season.
It is.
She is ready for the holiday. And next we have Miss Millicent. She's also decked out in silver. Silver and green. This is Miss Millicent. And are you ready for single on a Saturday night? This is Antoinette.
Yes, Antoinette. Is that Antoinette Lee? Is that Antoinette Lee? Yes.
She's also wearing sparkles in silver.
She said she ready. Yes.
Watch out.
Ooh, ow, yes.
We see you, Nettie. We see you.
Next we have the fabulous Dr. Rock. She is ready for the holiday.
Oh, wow.
Dr. Rock.
Dr. Ross starting trouble out here.
Yes. Woo! Get it. Yes. Drop it all the way like it's hot. Yes. I look and you know it. Man.
That's Dr. Rock.
Yes.
Our next model is MJ. Sometimes you have to change it up, and she is in black on color. This is MJ.
All right.
Okay, MJ starting trouble today.
She said it.
This is Miss MJ. Next we have, all in red, Charmaine Thompson.
Charmaine has arrived right now. Okay,
Permanent. Yes.
Charmaine has arrived, ladies and gentlemen.
And we are ready for our festive season.
And if you like chocolate during the holiday, here she comes.
I love chocolate.
Jerry Jordan.
Oh, see, you start.
Yes, ma'am.
Professional.
Yes, ma'am.
Chocolate is in season.
That's Miss Chocolate.
Boom.
In red and denim, we have Miss Johnny.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
Now she coming out.
Get it. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. That's right.
And those were the Philly Fabulosity models. That's what they used to be, but they're now Philly Model Guild.
Yes.
The Philly Model Guild.
Yeah.
Right there.